In this video, I'm going to be philosophizing on synthetic currencies and discussing the nature of money and the sameness of money to tokens as well as generating and earning points in the reciprocal relations between various forms of currency, as well as how having more forms of currency generates collateral and forms of wealth and wells that tend to support our long-term sustainability in terms of funding our access to goods and necessities, as well as knowledge and various other resources and sourcings of what we essentially need to be able to live meaningful, worthwhile existences in which we also can develop a deeper appreciation and understanding as well as knowledge with regards to truth and worth, as well as the meaning that's intrinsic to these synthetic currencies, and how the synthesis of currencies can actually increase the amount of freedom and volitional capacities that we have through our volitional minds and through the efforts that we endow in our embodyings and workings that require our volitional minds to be engaged and engaged meaningfully in what we do to be able to produce an optimal amount of resources and wealths, as well as goods and necessities that we tend to source and resource from these relations that we have to synthetic currencies, and a boundness to an associated synthetic economy that's synthesized on the basis of natural resources and also synthetic resources, which we typically recognize in the forms of monetary value or goods and necessities in which we freely exchange, and we do so through our volition and also an understanding of the merit as well as the self virtue and the efforts and energy and sacrifices that go into earnings, and which exhaust aspects of our minds and bodies and our efforts in various forms of embodying, and also metabolizes the sources of our consumption and also sustains the sources of our consumption, often both through our volitional workings and efforts and contemplations of the mind in relation to our existential endeavoring in regards to the paradoxes of existence that pertain to both the meaninglessness and the meaningfulness, as well as the continuity and spontaneity of our existence that has direct impact on the qualia of our consciousness experience and our conscience in relation to the freedom of conscience that perceives perceptual, actual, and real, really true worth and value in association to commodities, things, goods, necessities, knowledge, laborings, and our own individual strengths that supply us with the essentials for living meaningfully and worthwhile, awesome existences. So that's just a little bit for that on synthetic currencies. And I'll be discussing these topics more in upcoming videos. I hope you enjoy. Bye.